Well, here I am in Nashville at long last, and with more people than just Imuin, Khalid, and Jahira here with me. No, we are now a party of 5. 6 if you listen to my new companion's insistence that his pet is a miniature giant space hamster. We picked up a new companion in Nashville while heading to the inn to sleep off the wounds we received on the trip here. Much of my travels since is not worth recounting, however. True, Imwin and I did rob some nobles, and it was every bit as thrilling as I had hoped, but it was not a challenge in the slightest. We were never in any danger of getting caught, which somewhat diminished the achievement. One thing I have to mention is that both Imwin and Jahira have died at least once. The fact that I can think of that so casually scares me. If we did not live in this wonderful world where the dead can be made to rise again at the behest of a god, I would have lost my sister and a new companion that I care for greatly. Imwin is my sister, and I've always considered her as such, and Jahira is becoming someone I can associate with a mother during our travels. Despite the constant lectures directed at Imwin and I for our thieving habits, she does tend to let it go rather quickly, as, in her words, the noble bastards had it coming for treating the common folk like less than the dirt beneath their boots, and she thinks it only fitting that we give these nobles an appropriate response. In any case, we are in Nashville now, and resting in the inn. On entering town, the mayor asked us to help deal with the iron crisis we have been hearing so much about. It seems that they have had to close off the lower section of the mine. I have forgotten the precise reason by this point, and the mayor wants us to investigate. After he offered payment for the job, I am a thief, and we do need money to live off of and equip ourselves properly. I readily agreed to help out. Although I was pretty tired, my group headed to the armorsmith to buy some new swords, as all of our swords, backups included, had broken during the long waves of combat between Baragost and Nashville, and we needed new ones. Before getting there, we encountered a rather curious-looking bald man with some kind of painted mark on his head. He called out for us to stop so that his hamster could have a better look at us. This got eyebrows raising from even Imwin, who had the most active imagination of all of us. Nevertheless, we stopped to talk. The man introduced himself as Minsk before we started talking. What followed was a very long-winded conversation about how his companion Dynahair was being held hostage by a group of monsters called Gnolls in a nearby stronghold. The man was certainly strange, but there was something oddly childlike about him that made us want to trust him. We agreed to assist him, but said we could not go immediately as we were exhausted from our trip. Appear from Baragost. He gave an understanding nod, but asked that we set out as soon as possible. With that, we went to the armorsmith and rearmed, buying a pair of blades for Minsk to use, as he was currently armed with a single sword, which was not his speciality. With everyone armed, we headed to the inn, where we were confronted by yet another bounty hunter, out for my head. Negotiations with her turned out to be futile, and we engaged in battle. I took a few more hits before the woman went down for good. It seems that whoever is sending them has upped the bounty on me by some more. With that, we rented rooms and collapsed in bed.